Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 best and worst financial decisions you can make in your 20s. So keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking to watch this video. My name is Talisha and I am a blogger at frugal2freedom.com, where I blog about saving money and living a debt-free life. Please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that bell notification to get notified every time I upload a new video. I'm gonna wait a second for you to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, it's free. We frugal people, we like free stuff. It's free. So being in your 20s, it is a very vulnerable age. In this time, we want to please everyone and we want to keep up with all the social trends. We want to buy everything that we see. And also keep in mind that it's the first time that you're probably earning an income. So the 20s is a very vulnerable age, and it's an age where you should learn how to manage your money. Learn how to make important financial decisions. It's going to affect your future. It's going to determine whether you're going to be financially independent and be financially secure, or you're going to end up in a whole lot of debt. So keep watching. I'm going to give you some 10 best tips and 10 worst tips that you can do in your 20s. The first best decision you can make in your 20s is to choose a career that will provide for you. Choose a career that you know you will find a job in. The job market is not oversaturated and you will be able to find a job easily. Choose a career that will provide for you. You will be able to take care of yourself. Do not study in a career where it is limited. And instead of being able to find a job, you will now have to go and dive into another type of job or into another type of career because there's no jobs out there. So the first step is to pick a career that you can find a job in. You know there are jobs out there, and this will benefit you. It will allow you to have a job as soon as you graduate. The second tip is, after you find the job, learn how to create a budget. Even a simple budget, a basic budget, nothing fancy. Learn how to create a budget. This is going to help you to manage your money. All this money, you become overwhelmed. You don't know what to do with this money and you just start spending wild. So create a budget for yourself and you will know the amount that is coming in and you'll know how much you are spending. It's going to give you a financial plan. And it's going to give you an idea of where you are financially. So create a budget. The next one, the third one, is to avoid credit cards like the plague. I'm telling you, run the opposite direction. Do not even go near someone who is offering you a credit card. Stay clear of a credit card. In our 20s, we are so vulnerable and we lack self-control. This is when we tend to maximize or max out this credit card, and it's going to put you in so much of debt. Avoid credit cards. Do not take it. Do not apply for it. Do not even think about getting a credit card at this age. The next tip is to start thinking about your retirement. I know you might be thinking, I'm only 20, why must I think about my retirement? But the effect of compound interest is amazing. Yes, you are in your 20s and one day you will get old. So starting at a young age will benefit you so much. Start thinking about your retirement. Start planning from now. Take a policy, take something, invest in a retirement annuity or something that you know when you reach retirement age, you will have something to take care of you, even if it's investing for retirement. Think about your retirement and think about a plan for your retirement. The next tip, friends, is to pay off your student loans as soon as you can. When we graduate, most of the time we graduate with so much of student loans. Your main focus should be, when you start working, is to pay off the student loans as soon as possible. The sooner you pay them, the lower the interest will be. So your main aim and your main goal is to pay off the student loans ASAP. The next best decision you can make is to learn how to invest in the stock market. Do research, learn about the stock market, learn about shares and how do we invest in shares. The earlier on you start investing, the longer time it has to grow. So if you are starting off in your 20s, you have 20 years before you can even think about the money. And this 20 years will allow you to have so much of growth. So learn about investing in the stock market. The next financial decision you can make in your 20s is to build an emergency fund. Yes, you are working now and you just started working, your career just began, but an emergency can happen at any time. At any time, there can be something where you will require money. And maybe you will not have the money available at that moment. But having an emergency fund would be there to assist you when you have a problem. This emergency fund is going to be there to prevent you from getting into debt. And we don't want you to get into debt in your 20s. We don't want you to think about debt in your 20s. So build an emergency fund. Even if it's saving a little bit of money every month, put it into another account. And this is your emergency fund. If there is something happening or if there is an emergency, you have the money. You don't have to get into debt. The next decision is to invest in yourself. Invest in your financial education. You can take free courses online, read books, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, learn how to invest, enrich yourself and develop your financial skills. The only way you're going to grow financially is if you learn, if you do, if you act. So learn, develop your skills, learn how to manage your money and enrich yourself, empower yourself. And the next best decision you can make in your 20s is to avoid any kind of debt. If you can buy cash, buy cash. Stay out of debt. The longer you stay out of debt, you know in the future you're not going to have any debt. So stay clear of debt and try your best to buy things cash. If it's a bigger item, save up towards it. Make a goal to save this amount in a certain time and try to achieve this goal. Save towards it. Even if it takes you 6 months or 1 year, it's better to wait and buy it cash than to buy it on debt and pay interest. So friends, avoid any type of debt. And the last best decision tip I have for you is to save, save, save. Any extra money that you might have lying around, save it. Save it for your future. Think about your future. Plan for your future. Save this money and know that in the next 5 years or 10 years, you're going to have enough money to buy what you want. So save, save, save. Do not spend, spend, spend. Okay, so we spoke about the best decisions that you can make in your 20s. Now I'm going to talk about some of the worst decisions you can make in your 20s. The first one is partying every weekend. Partying every weekend is very costly. It costs you money. You have to think about cash. You have to have money to spend. Sometimes people party on their credit card. I don't even know why you would do that. Spending money that doesn't even belong to you in the first place. So the worst decisions you can make is to party every weekend without thinking about where your money is going. The second worst decision you can make is to follow the latest fashion trends, thinking that you have to keep up with the Joneses, thinking that you have to buy the latest outfit every time you go out. Keeping up with fashion is extremely expensive. You will be spending your entire salary on one outfit. So keeping up with the latest fashion trends is not important, and it will cost you money in the long run. The third one is buying a new car. If you need a car and you rely on a car, consider buying a second-hand car first, a used car. In this way, you're paying a lower price, but you're still getting a good vehicle. Do not buy a brand new car because of the interest, because of the higher purchase cost, and all this that they charge you, the bank charges and the fees, they all add up to such a high amount. Sometimes it's twice the amount of the actual car. So this is the biggest mistake I see. Most people, when they graduate, they get their first job, the first thing they want to do is buy a car. And what they do, they buy a brand new car. And they end up paying for this car year after year after year and spending so much of money. The minute the car leaves the dealership, it's depreciating. So you're losing money. Think about it, friends. Buy a second-hand car. I spoke about this one earlier, avoiding credit cards. Do not take credit cards. Credit cards, sometimes they have the highest interest. And it's very tempting to have a credit card. If you know you have a credit card and you want to buy something, it's very easy to take out that credit card to swipe. And it doesn't really hit you that you're spending money that you don't really have. Until the end of the month, when you see the bill and you see the interest, then you realize, why did I use my credit card in the first place? So stay clear of credit cards, friends. And another biggest mistake you can make is not planning for your future. You will grow old and you will need somebody to take care of you when you get old. You will need a house to live in when you get old. You will need a car to drive when you get old. So plan for your future. Plan where are you going to live? What car are you going to have? How much money are you going to have in the bank? Is it going to be enough to take care of you when you reach that age? Plan for your future. By planning, you know you are preparing yourself. So when you reach that age, you're not going to be stressed out. You're not going to be without a home. You're not going to be without a car. And you're not going to be deep in debt. The next tip, friends, is do not live in a twilight zone. Things will change. Every year, things change. Every month, things change. Every second, things change. Your life will not be perfect all the time. Sometimes things will happen and it will knock you down. But having a financial plan is what will help you to climb back up. So do not live in a twilight zone. Think of your life and plan for your future, plan for what you want to achieve. And if something does happen, you know you have a secure plan. You know your future is secure. The next worst decision you can make is thinking that you need the latest technology. Spending your money on the latest cell phone, buying a new cell phone every 3 months because it's coming out so rapidly. Technology is ever changing. There's a new cell phone being launched every day. Do not spend your money on technology. Buy something that will last you over a long time. Do not think that you need to have the latest technology. It's expensive and it will eat through your money. It will wipe out your salary. Next tip, friends, is do not take a vacation on debt. If you want to take a vacation, if you are somebody that loves to travel, save towards it. Save money towards your travel expense. Do not take travel and put it on your credit card. This will cause you so much of headache in the future, and it's going to cause you to pay so much of interest. So if you love to travel, make traveling a goal and save towards it. Do not put travel on your credit card. Do not travel in debt. The next worst decision you can make is to borrow money. Take bank loans and borrow money. If you are working, if you are in your 20s and you're single and you're working, there is no need for you to go into debt. There is no need for you to take a loan from anyone. If you're taking a loan, it means that you are not managing your money correctly. You're not creating a budget and you don't know your income from your expense. So do not take a loan if it's not necessary. If you do not need it, if it's not a dire situation, do not take a loan. And the last worst decision you can make is to take part in addictive behaviors. Being in your 20s, we are young and we want to go out and see the world and explore, but do not dabble in addictive habits. This is going to cause you to spend all of the money that you have. If you have extra money sitting in your bank account, it's going to use it up. Addictive behaviors is going to eat through that money. So try to do things that will make your life more positive and give you a more better life. Do not participate in addictive habits or behaviors. So friends, that was it. Quite a long video, 10 best decisions you can make and 10 worst decisions you can make. I hope this video was helpful for you and useful. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends who are in their 20s and in need of this advice. If you like videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that bell notification to get notified every time I upload a new video. If you like videos about frugal living, please watch my playlist. I will link it up on the top for you, somewhere around here. I will see you in the next video and keep well and take care.